he's standing still, bro.
Early
That's
in
what
the
George
second
wants.
round, the champ landed several low right jabs, pushing Ken to the ropes.
And then
Knockdown.
bye-bye. Yo, what's going on, homies? Welcome back to another video. Now, this is another recommended video, and this goes out to you, my guy. I know you've been waiting a while, and here it is. It finally is time to see Ken Norton, the jaw-breaking machine. Oh, baby.
He was known for his unusual cross-arm defensive stance and was just as deadly when it came to offense. His forward pressing stance was only matched by his powerful punches, especially his left hook. His overhand right was equally effective, and Norton himself considered it one of his most devastating punches. These skills and his unrivaled strength clearly contributed to an incredible 33 knockout wins in his career.
He's wobbling, boys. He's got Bambi legs.
Ken Norton was an African-American professional boxer and is considered one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Dang.
He was the second boxer ever to defeat the greatest Muhammad
Right.
Ali.
Ken Norton is the best
Makes
boxer
sense.
I have ever fought.
In his career, he has fought boxing legends such as Jack O'Halloran, George Foreman, Randall Cobb, and Larry Holmes, to name a few.
Oh, nice. Okay. I
He
know you
won
guys
the
might have
World
said that in
Heavyweight
the
Boxing
comments.
Championship.
Whatever you do in your life, always see it through to the end. Everyone in life should have a goal, and you should try to achieve it. Even if you fail, keep trying. Never give up. A man wins by trying again and again.
You only fail
Welcome
when
back
you
to the
stop
History
trying.
of Boxing channel. Today, I invite you to remember and talk about one of the famous heavyweights who was lucky enough to write his name in the history of boxing about Ken Norton, nicknamed the Black Hercules. Click on the like if you hear about this monster for the first time, and I'm starting.
Yo, what an intro, man. I can't do any of these graphics on my channel, man.
Chapter 1.
Sorry,
Beginning.
everybody.
Kenneth Howard Norton Sr., also known as the Black Hercules, the Jawbreaker, the Fighting Marine, was born in Jacksonville, Illinois, USA on August 9, 1943. A naturally gifted athlete, he made his state's football team and played defense since 1960. Norton was an outstanding athlete at Jacksonville High School in Jacksonville, Illinois. He was selected to the All-State football team on defense as a senior in 1960. His track coach entered him in 8 events, and Norton placed first in 7. As a result, the Ken Norton rule, which limits participation of an athlete to a maximum of 4 track and field events, was instituted in Illinois high school sports.
Wow, so just an
After
athlete,
graduating
born
from high
athlete.
school, Norton went to Northeast Missouri State University on a football scholarship and studied elementary education. In an interview with ESPN Fitness magazine in 1985, Norton said that he would have become a teacher or a policeman if he had not taken up boxing.
That has to be the most generic answer back in that day, probably. Who wants to be a teacher nowadays? And like nobody wants to be a teacher now. Or a police officer. Those are the 2 things probably no one wants to be now.
Pro career.
Music's lit though.
Ken Norton's boxing career began when he joined the United States Marine Corps. He served from 1963 to 1967. During his military service, Norton taught Morse code and other disciplines in intercepting communications. He graduated from NCTC Corey Station in Pensacola, Florida. While serving in the Marine Corps, Ken won 3 All-Marine heavyweight titles and set a record of 24 wins with 2 losses. In time, he became the best boxer to ever fight for the Corps and was awarded the North Carolina AAU Golden Gloves, International AAU, and Pan American titles. Following the
Damn.
National AAU Finals in 1967, he turned professional. Norton's professional boxing career began in 1967. His first fight was against Grady Brazell on November 14, 1967.
Greedy Brazil?
Ken Norton won his first 16 professional boxing matches before suffering his first knockout loss to Jose Luis Garcia on July 2,
Oh, we gotta see that.
1970. In 1970 to 1972,
Who the hell
Norton
knocks
had
this guy
13
out?
fights, winning each, mostly by knockout. Among the defeated fighters were Steve Carter, James J. Woody, Charlie Harris, Jack O'Halloran, and others. But his first truly high-profile fight was against boxing legend Muhammad Ali at the San Diego Sports Arena on March 31st, 1973. From his hand, Ali not only received the second defeat in his career, but also a broken jaw. He thus won the NAF heavyweight title 30-1.
Is that how he got the nickname, the Jawbreaker? After that
San
fight,
Diego,
he ended up becoming...
USA, 1973. Muhammad Ali versus Ken Norton. On March 31st, 1973, Ken Norton met with Muhammad Ali. Before the fight with Ali, Norton had never had a significant fight, and for his last fight, he received only $300. Despite this, Norton was Frazier's sparring partner and prepared well for the duel with Ali.
Wow, $300?
In the second round, Ken landed an accurate blow to Muhammad's jaw and broke it. The doctor in Ali's corner wanted to stop the fight, but the boxer forbade him to do so.
Dude, that's gotta hurt, man. Just having it hang like this. I got hit hard in the jaw one time. It is not fun. I talk sideways now sometimes. You'll catch me talking like this. Like a freaking puppet.
That was a lot of years ago.
It's because Muhammad Ali is like a beast, man. Resilient. He ain't no quitter. That's how he got his head damage, man.
The fight lasted all 12 rounds. Ali lost by split decision. The doctor who operated on Muhammad's jaw after the fight said he did not understand how was he able to continue the fight with such an injury. Many ill-wishers immediately began to spread rumors in the press that Ali's career was coming to an end and that he was no longer able to show high results. Despite this, after a recovery that lasted 6 months, Ali met again with Norton.
No way, he did.
Englewood, USA, 1973. Ken Norton versus Muhammad Ali. On September 10th, 1973, Ali and Norton met in Englewood for a long-awaited rematch. Norton was in top form ahead of his second fight, while Ali trained at his training camp in Deer Lake, Pennsylvania, where he was striving to get his once Adonis-like physique into shape. At the beginning of the fight, Ali and Norton were fit and full of energy. However, Ali showed his physical endurance by jumping non-stop and standing between rounds.
Man, this has been a long while since I've seen a Muhammad Ali fight or any information. This is like the start of the channel.
Norton came out aggressively early in the 5th round, leading a flurry of punches and forcing Ali into a more defensive position.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen any of these fights. Ken Norton sounds familiar, but damn, this guy is just jacked.
In the final round, Ali dominated with a series of combinations. Although the fight was even, Muhammad Ali won by a controversial split decision. Although Ali demonstrated the physical stamina for which he became known, he admitted, "I'm more tired than usual because of my age." After the rematch with Norton, the stage was set for a second fight against Frazier, which was supposed to take place again at Madison Square Garden. But that's another story, which I'll tell you about in a video dedicated to Joe Frazier.
The toughest fight, yeah.
Caracas, Venezuela, 1974. George Foreman versus Ken Norton.
Oh, Foreman time. The big boy.
In March 1974, the Black Hercules meets in the ring with the undefeated world champion at that time, George Foreman, who was known for his crazy punching power and broke down all rivals one after another.
Hells yeah, dude, because he's a giant.
The fight did not last long. Foreman began to slowly crush the opponent. Norton shot back with his front hand.
And he's standing still, bro.
Early
That's what
in the
George
second
wants.
round, the champ landed several low right jabs, pushing Ken to the ropes.
And then
knockdown.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Another finishing accented blow, and the Black Hercules falls into a knockout.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the head just turns, bro. Yeah,
Ken returned to the ring 3 months later with a spectacular victory over medium caliber boxer Boone Kirkman. Soon he goes into battle with one of the most famous heavyweight contenders of the 70s, Jerry Quarry.
I don't know who that is.
New
Jerry
York,
Quarry.
USA, 1975. Ken Norton versus Jerry Quarry. In addition to defeats from the best boxers of the time, Jerry had an impressive list of significant victories and was a favorite of the public.
Really?
Norton
Jerry
fought
Quarry.
Jerry Quarry on March 24th, 1975. The vacant NAF title was on the line.
I mean, Ken Norton is kind of slow. Like, he's sluggish with his punches, but I guess it's like he's holding
The
a
meeting
cannon in
turned
his
out to
arm,
be
you know?
spectacular, competitive, and short-lived. Both sought not to give up space and were on the verge of falling. Ken Norton was effective with straight shots from long range, and Quarry had his chances, ending up in the middle.
Never mind, it looks like maybe he was just tired. Wonder what makes him special. I don't see anything crazy. Nothing really makes my blood flowing right now. Nothing's making me go like, you know.
At the beginning of the
Wild
fight,
West.
Norton inflicted a severe cut on the opponent over the right eye. By the 5th round, Quarry had vision problems. At the end of the round, after another attack by Ken on Jerry standing by the ropes, the referee stopped the fight. In the next 7 fights from 1975 to 1976, he wins victory after victory. St. Paul, USA,
I don't see any, like, crazy
1975.
knockouts or
Ken
anything,
Norton
like-
versus Jose Luis Garcia. 4.5 months after the victory over Quarry, fate gave Norton
Show
a
me some
chance
hitting.
to get even with his first offender, Jose Luis Garcia,
Show me
who
the
by
jaw
that
breaking.
time had become the heavyweight champion of Venezuela. This time, Ken simply destroyed the opponent with blows to the liver area, repeatedly sending Garcia to the floor of the ring. He knocked out Jose in the 5th round.
With a body punch?
This was followed by victory after victory with a difference of 3 months. Norton entered the ring and knocked out everyone. Among them were Pedro Lovell, Larry Middleton, Ron Stander. Chapter 3.
His uppercuts
Crucial
looked like
moment.
it was running.
New York, USA, 1976. Ken Norton versus Muhammad Ali.
Again, round 3.
Norton faced Muhammad Ali for the 3rd and final time on September 28,
Yeah, but he old.
1976.
Yo,
Ali has
man
not
now.
lost since their first fight, but began to lose physical condition, becoming more and more overweight.
I mean, also
Shortly
the
before the fight,
Joe
he even
Frazier
promised,
fight.
"I'll knock out the Norton sucker in 5 rounds."
Going into that windup. Here we are, round 1.
Ali from the starting seconds took the center of the ring and acted aggressively. Norton went
Ooh,
ahead
he
and
slipped.
also worked power punches to Ali's body. Muhammad took on many unnecessary blows, allowing himself to frankly pose and ridicule his opponent.
Damn, just looking at Muhammad Ali makes me sad, man. The state that he's in, he's really just trying to make the best out of it.
Overhand right by Norton, got past that guard.
Ken won most of the rounds, but the judges gave the decision in favor of Ali.
I was robbed. I won at least 9 to
Interesting.
10 3-minute games. I wasn't even tired and I could have done 15 more rounds.
Ali said
I mean,
that
if
he
you
did
ain't
enough
tired,
to
you
win,
give 110%.
but a month later in an interview with Mark Cronin, he will say,
Kenny's style is too difficult for me. I can't beat him, and I sure don't want to fight him again. I honestly thought he beat me in Yankee Stadium, but the judges gave it to me, and I'm grateful to them.
Is he honest?
Ken again lost the
Good
win
guy,
in
Ali.
a controversial decision. Although he won his next fight against Dwayne Bobbitt on May 11th, 1977, his 3rd loss to Ali broke him.
In the book, you say that
Confidence,
after
man.
the 3rd fight with Ali was not counted to you, you lost the desire to box, but you continued to box. What for?
I lost my craving for boxing. I didn't put as much into it as I used to. I didn't run as far or train as hard. I didn't eat right. I started drinking a little from time to time. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate my condition then at 5. I felt that no matter what I do in show, it will not affect my grades in battle.
Of all the fighters Ali has beaten, you are the only one he has never beaten convincingly.
It was
Really? Whoa,
mostly
I
in
didn't
his
know that.
mentality. Ali first defeated everyone mentally. Psychologically, Ali could not beat me, but physically I felt that I had the same physical strength as Ali. He couldn't piss me off, plus I had Eddie Futch. Eddie knew how to fight Ali. It was impossible to get into his head.
Like the coach
First
and
you
trainer.
have to defeat Ali's body, and then, in the end, he lowers his arms and lowers his head.
In 1977, Norton defeated Jimmy Young to become the mandatory challenger for the
Jimmy Young?
WBC World title. However, as you know from my previous editions, Leon
such an
Spinks,
interesting
who
style.
owned the championship title, turned down the fight with Norton for a rematch with Muhammad Ali. The link to the release will be in the description under these videos. As a result, the WBC strips Spinks of the title and passes it to Ken on March 18, 1978, who will soon lose it, losing in his next fight. What is most interesting is that Ken Norton became the first in the history of heavyweight who never won the title of champion, but simply received it from the organization.
What?
Las Vegas, USA, 1978.
Whoa.
Ken Norton versus Larry Holmes. The fight with Larry Holmes, which is now commonly called a boxing classic, also entered the history of Ken Norton's fights. Those 15 rounds were some of the best in boxing
A
history.
Larry one.
Now to the left of the screen, to the right of the screen, of the light trucks. Left way to get better footwork.
Yeah, Larry was.
Notice how he's
Look at Larry. I wonder if Ken was just bad timing.
Younger and faster Larry tried to avoid the mistakes of Muhammad Ali. He did not stand in front of Norton and did not stagnate at the ropes.
Yeah, look at that.
Holmes
He's
won
like,
the start of the fight
Muhammad
while
Ali's
Norton
double.
got better boxing in the middle.
like he's showing in the ring right
I wonder if Ken Norton was just, I don't know why, something about
The
him just
second
doesn't.
half of the meeting turned out to be bright and dramatic. At the end of the 13th round, the challenger shocked Norton.
He goes down! He goes down! Hold my head!
The victory in
Boom!
close combat went to Larry Holmes. The
15
fight was
rounds.
ranked high in many boxing publications as one of the best championship fights in history.
I guess I don't know. There's something about Ken Norton that isn't. He just seems like a good athlete, like just a good boxer, you know, but nothing.
Larry Holmes would hold the title for many years to come and become one of the greatest heavyweights ever. In 2009, he recognizes the meeting with Ken as the most difficult fight of his career.
So he's just a
Las Vegas,
hard
USA,
opponent.
1979.
He's just known to be like
Ken
a very
Norton
hard
versus Ernie
opponent.
Shavers.
Two power punchers.
The Black Hercules versus the Black Destroyer, whose forte was the destructive power of his blows. Norton again held the first line of the WBC rating and the opponent the second.
Yeah, he's probably like another Ernie
Already
Shavers.
in the middle of the initial round, Shavers managed to hold Ken against the ropes and shake him. A few seconds later, he was on the floor. He got up, but Ernie immediately sent him to the canvas and the referee stopped the fight.
Yeah, he compares to Ernie Shavers.
More
like
frequent
he's
defeats
maybe like
marked the general
talent,
decline
but
of Ken Norton's career. The next
Talent doesn't
fight
get you
with Scott
farther than
Ledoux
that.
was not very good, citing poor preparation.
now the
In
downhill.
1980,
downfall.
Norton's manager passed away and Ken announced his retirement. A few months later, Norton did return. In November 1980, he won a tough fight with undefeated Randall Tex Cobb, who had previously broken Ernie Shavers' jaw.
Jeez. Everyone's breaking
Norton's
jaws.
last fight was a meeting with the giant Jerry Cooney, who was 11 years younger than Ken.
Yeah, frickin' Cooney. Georgie Cooney.
Cooney knocked out Norton near the ropes in the first round.
Wow. Is this just a downfall now? Bro's just getting
Ken
beat,
Norton
man.
has had 50 pro fights in his career, winning 42.
By
Chapter
names I don't
4,
even know.
Period out of the ring. For several years, Ken worked as a commentator and acted in films. He starred in films such as The Mandingo, 1975, and The Drum, 1976. He also had small roles in films such as Delta Pi, 1984, Kiss and Be Killed, 1993, and The Man Who Came Back, 2008. His television roles included series such as The A-Team, 1983, Knight Rider, 1986, and the TV movie Oceans of Fire, 1986. Norton was a public figure until 1986, until on the night of February 22nd to 23rd, the ex-champion got into a car accident near Los Angeles. The result is a broken skull, jaw, and leg, as well as an absolute loss of memory of the causes of this terrible incident. The examination did not reveal traces of alcohol or drugs in the boxer's blood. Doctors told Norton that he would no longer be able to walk and talk, but remembering the philosophy of Napoleon Hill, Ken did not take into account any forecasts other than his own, ignoring all negative outcomes. And yet he recovered.
At first, they thought I might die, and if I didn't die, I wouldn't be coherent. Now I'm talking and walking and I can even chew gum at the same time.
Norton has been married 3 times and has 4 children. One of the sons achieved considerable success in American football, and the other, like his father, served in the Marines Corps. In the last years of his life, serious health problems were revealed, including cancer and heart problems. 70-year-old Kenneth passed away on September 18, 2013 from heart failure. According to the statements of his rivals and entourage, Hercules was a polite and decent person who treated everyone with respect and basically did not allow himself to say bad things even about his opponents.
Poor guy, dude.
Ken Norton was elected to the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1992. He is also a member of the U.S. Marines Corps Hall of Fame. In 1998, the Holiday issue listed him as the 22nd greatest heavyweight of all time.
I don't know. Mixed feelings. I mean, the video obviously outlined Ken Norton's career very nicely, but I don't know if it's the video and the way it was described that made it not really exciting for me to learn about him. But I'll let you guys let me know in the comment section. Do you guys believe that there's a better video out there? Maybe I chose the wrong one, but I didn't feel nothing crazy. I just felt like I was just learning something about a legendary boxer. Like, is he even legendary? He seems like an Ernie Shavers, like I mentioned before. Like someone who just has some kind of talent, but was just unlucky in the time period, or he didn't get a lot of chances, or the luck just didn't go his way, you know? I won't say too much about it. I'll wait for you guys in the comment section. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed what you watched, like, subscribe, and I'll just catch you guys on the next one, okay? Cheers for now. Peace.